Hey y'all, welcome back to Miku's Messages. It's your girl Miku. And y'all, if you found this message, you're gonna be in another tax bracket this year, honey. Okay, the money is coming in and in and in. Money's falling around you, baby. Okay, that's the vibes that I was getting. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the What's Gossip deck. Am I? No, I'm jumping straight into tarot. That's what I'm doing. I'm jumping straight into tarot. Okay. We mean business because we talking about what? It's a Pentacles, baby. God is gifting you the bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. Yup. See, I had to do this reading. Okay. If y'all don't know what those cards mean, the Ace of Pentacles, I mean, speaks for itself. Look at that. God is literally gifting you the biggest pentacle. Okay, and this pentacle has roots. This is going to be for generations. This is not fast money. Okay, and that's why it's happening now because in the last video, I talked about how you've been dropping seeds for years, okay? And now those seeds are going to be rewarded big time. So now you may not be done with any of the projects you're doing. And yes, I said projects because I'm getting the fuck. I got a hair on me. Sorry. Lip gloss, hair don't go together. Okay. Um, Distractions. A lot of distractions going on. Anyways, I say that because y'all don't probably have just one project that you're working on. There may be one main thing that you've been working and focusing on for a long time, and then that's going to like trickle down into other things. Okay. And if you're like me, you can't just do one thing at once. All right. You're probably working on multiple things. You got your hands in three different pots. Now, if you are doing that, quick message, make sure you don't get burnt out, right? Like, make sure you're not giving if you're going to be working on multiple things at once, you need to be giving at least 100% of your energy into it at the time, right? So you can't be doing three projects in one day. You can, but you're going to get burnt out quick, right? So, like, make a plan. Make a plan. Like, today we're going to focus on this, and we're going to do this, this, this. We're going to make a list. And then tomorrow we're going to really focus on this, this, this. Now, if you can, if you have the time to do two things at once, just plan a break in between, right? That's another thing. Hustle mode, we're not doing that no more, right? We don't work harder, we work smarter, and our money works for us. We don't work for our money, okay? Because it's energy. So, anyway, sorry, let me get into the cards. All right, bow, death and rebirth. So, right now, y'all are going through a major life transformation, okay? This really kind of touches on, look what's at the bottom. They always got to pop up, huh? Like I said, when you're favored by God, you're favored by the devil. Listen, so this death rebirth card is so pretty. So the death and rebirth card, people hear death in tarot and they get so scared. Like, this is not a scary card at all, unless you don't like change. I'm not talking about my earth signs and nothing. No, I'm playing. But listen, okay, not even just about signs. This is Scorpio energy though, death card. Um, Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so death card. This is like huge, major transformation. This is cycles coming to an end, and it also says rebirth on the bottom, right? So some of y'all could have had a baby recently, and you know, when you have a baby, your old self dies and you're birthed into a new person, literally. Okay, or if you didn't have a baby, if you're not a woman, this can just be like cycles in your life that are completely closing. It's like I'm not saying like, oh, I'm leaving this job and I'm going to another job. But it could be. It could be you leaving a job. But this is giving like I'm quitting my day job because I'm putting all my energy into my passion and my creativity. Now, if you don't have the funds to do that yet, okay. It's gonna come because like I said, you're gonna be a new tax bracket this year. So that's okay. Don't rush. But make sure you're using like be resourceful, use that job and take that money and funnel it into what you want to be actually doing every day and all day, 444 on the clock. So with this death card, this can also be things that are ending that you don't necessarily want to. This can be relationships, this can be, and not just lover relationships. This could be platonic, friends, family. This is when God is physically taking people and things and removing them out of your life or removing you from people's lives. You know, that takes a certain level of discernment to look back and be like, well, why did this have to end? Why did it go like this? And when you really can sit down and dissect and be like, this happened because of this. This was for my best cause. I would have done that if I stayed here. God's plan. God's plan. Hey. Listen, when things like that happen so abrupt or like, oh my God, I can't even process, just know it's for your best and highest good, right? It may not be in the moment, you may not understand, but once you reflect, especially if you're watching this message, you meditate, you reflect, you go back and look at all the things. What could I have done better? What happened? Did I do anything? Did this person, all the things. So with this death and rebirth card, like I said, you're going into a new tax bracket. This is a new bitch. Okay, you're a new nigga. Like, I'm not into the Bible or whatever, but I heard this one thing how they say, like, you'll know your people or whatever. You'll know somebody by their fruit, right? And it's like, you'll know, people gonna know. They gonna notice. And this is not just material things, right? This is just like abundance in totality. Like, let's give me more about this major change. More about this death card. Yep. See, Knight of Motherfucking Pentacles. I love when the cards come out so clear. Flick. Okay. So, Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, take your time. So, there's 4 knights in the deck. This is the slowest knight of all of them, right? Because you got pentacles, you got swords, you got blank. Pentacles, swords, wands, and cups. Thank you. The Knight of Pentacles, you see, he has a horse, but he's not even riding the horse. Like, he's walking with the horse. So he's not in a rush. He's taking his time. But you see that he's leaving this trail of pentacles, your seeds that you've planted. You're planting the seeds and you're letting them grow and you're walking away. Instead of where in the past you would have planted a seed and been like, bitch, why aren't you growing it? Like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, you're trusting that the things that you're doing, it may seem like small things day to day that you're doing to get to this place, but those are the small things is what leads to the big things, right? Because when you have a routine, a schedule, you're checking things off every day, so you're getting shit done. The Knight of Pentacles, he has a horse. You could get there fast if you wanted to, but you've learned in the past that fast money, fast life, it gets you nowhere, but reconsidering your choices. Okay. So with this death and this Knight of Pentacles, like, all of this change that's gone in your life, you really sat the fuck down and been like, okay, we're creating a new life. Like, I've wanted this life for so long, and now you're finally realizing, like, I can create it. I can make it happen. I don't have to wait for it to happen for me. That's another thing that I was going to say. Some of y'all were probably with this project or whatever it is that's going to be life changing. You're probably waiting on a certain amount of money or finances to be able to fund that, right? And I can relate because I was doing the same thing. But then you look back and you're like, I'm resourceful. I have lots of things around me that I can use. And I know I'm an alchemist, period. If you've ever read that book, go read it. It's amazing. Um, you're taking the things that you already have and you're making magic with it, right? And because of that, it's leading you up to the big things. So right now it's like that in between space, right? Like, you left your old life, you're not that old person. You're coming into this new life, but you're not fully adjusted to this new life yet. Because nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how you have to adjust your mindset to getting more money, becoming a business owner, living a different lifestyle. Like, that takes a whole mindset adjustment. You can't just be like, okay, I'm done with this life and I'm going into the next life and doing the shit that you did in the past in this new life. Like, it don't work like that. Okay. So with this Knight of Pentacles, you having slow growth. But baby, slow growth is better than no growth. I really had to hang on to those words lately. So I feel like y'all have too. And you're finally enjoying the process. That's the different thing. Okay. With all this shit you've been through and this ending and this death and rebirth, you're not even focused on negative anymore. You can't if you tried. Right? Like it's just because where your energy goes, what do they say? Where your mind goes, energy flows, right? So like there is no negativity in your life anymore. You've already cut all that out and you're focusing on the small steps, the time to really. Okay, we're 10 minutes in. I'm trying to make this a quick reading. Sorry, y'all. Let me shut up. Cállate. You got it. You got the point. Tell me more. Okay. The Hangman to the Six of Pentacles. Look. The Hangman, the number 12 could be significant, or 3, and the Six of Pentacles. So when we were talking about that end and you took that time to reflect, that's this Hangman, 11:11 on the clock. That's this Hangman energy. Look how her head is like enlightened. She has a light behind her and she's hanging upside down, right? But she's so calmly hanging upside down. She don't look stressed. She don't look like she's struggling. That's you. You've been in this energy. When people look at you, they're like, is that bitch hanging upside down? They're like, what are you doing? Like, who is this person? This is a whole flip of who you used to be. And you're so calm and enlightened. That's the thing. You've completely changed your perception on not just life, but on yourself. This is an internal thing. And so from the outside looking in, people are going to be like, bro, who is this? She's tripping. He's tripping. They're crazy. Fuck them. Who cares what they say? But for you, you're chilling. Look how calm she is. And this does not look like a comfortable position, baby. She's flexible. Okay, you're flexible. You know when to pivot. You know how to turn trash into treasure. Okay, people, they wouldn't. That's the thing. The opportunity that you've been given and what you're working with, if God gave that to somebody else, they'll be like, what am I going to do with this? And, disregard it. But you're not doing that. There's a thing, and I'm Japanese, so in my culture where it's like, if a glass breaks or something breaks, instead of throwing it away, they fill it and seal the cracks with gold. Okay. And I feel like that's super significant for y'all right now. Like, that's what you're doing. You were shattered internally, mentally. And instead of throwing it all away, you are filling your cracks with gold. Ooh, a word, baby. That was a word. Sorry, I get excited sometimes when these messages come to me, but that's what you're doing. You're taking these cracks that have been in your heart and your mind and how you used to think, and you're filling it with gold. You're doing the small things that are like, you know what, I like this about me, we're just going to enhance that. Or I don't like this about me, so we're going to fill in the crack and make that a little better and prettier, and it's not just like sugarcoating shit. Like, you're sitting with it, becoming enlightened. And because you did that, you're receiving the Six of Pentacles. This is the card of balance. Okay. So you have Pisces energy, Six of Pentacles energy. See, the pentacles are coming in. We're talking about the money. Okay, 13 minutes. I'm trying to hurry up. All right. So because you took that time, you're enlightened, you've now become into a balanced state, right? So even when it's hard, life's going through it, it's not a valley anymore, right? It's like a little speed bump. Like, you know how to handle it now. And because of that steady consistency, new tax bracket. Hello? Like, this is giving first millionaire of the family. Like, that big. Yeah. Three of Wands. Give me one more with this. Three of Wands usually is like waiting for your ships to come in. Five of Swords. Okay. So remember how I said King of Pentacles at the bottom. All right. So remember how I said you were like waiting for a certain amount of money to come in so you can make things happen? That was stressing you out. She's waiting for the wave to come in so she can ride it and surf it, and it's stressing you the fuck out. Five Swords. mental prison. You broke out of this mental prison, man, and you completely changed the way that your mind thinks. And because of that, it's like your life is going to reflect it. And that's the message. Okay, we're not gonna go too deep into it. I will get an angel card to end it, and then that's it. That's it. That's all. I want to make another message because there's more in there, but I be getting off track sometimes, you know. Um, yeah, so let's get an angel message and let's get up out of here. Gotta go work out. Okay, this card fell. Let's get one more. Okay, so this card fell out. It was the Earth Mother. This gives me like Empress vibes. It says, feel loved and comforted. And then you have the Spirit Fox. It says, trust your trust your talents in changing times. Okay, so the angels want you to know that through these changing times, this major change, the Death card, trust yourself. Your trust your talents. Okay, what you're making money off of or creating a business, this is something that you're naturally gifted and talented at. And trust that. No matter how much things are changing, no matter how much you start to doubt yourself, get out of that and be like, you know what, I'm meant to do this shit. Period. And while you're in this, it can be a little stressful, very stressful, building a business, building a legacy. This is what you're building, a legacy. Don't forget to feel loved and comforted. Okay, you see, she's pregnant with the world. The ideas you have right now are life world changing. Okay, this can really impact the world and help people. And I love that for y'all. So while you're doing that, make sure you're loving on yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, doing your baths, doing your cleansing. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. So I really love, oh my God, I can't talk for shit. I've probably been mixing up your words. It's not even a retrograde, I don't think. But anyways, I hope y'all really enjoy this message. I hope that these messages resonated with you. You know, that money is coming in, baby, coming into a new tax bracket. Take your time and don't rush. And you're doing amazing, sweetie. All right. So give your girl a like, thumbs up, comment if this resonated with you. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, y'all.